Hello everyone and welcome back. I am Armaster13 and today we're going to be taking a look at the team I built to take on Infico, or David. And I had a nickname for this, which you can probably guess is Professor X. There we go. Anyway, the team is, to be honest, I haven't put an awful lot of prep into this because I've been doing other stuff. You know, I've got exams to prepare for, stuff like that, so this team isn't quite as well prepared, to say so, but hopefully they'll be able to pull through. Either way, let's take a look at the team. First off, we got Professor X, the Metagross. Pretty standard, full out attack. David's team is... Actually, let's go over David's team first. His Mega is Mega Alakazam. Other two OU picks are Keldeo and Tyranitar. Mega Alakazam just hits pretty freaking hard and is really fast. And David likes to set up with him. So that could be kind of scary. It's probably Calm Mind Alakazam is probably the only thing that's really scary in his team. For the rest, like he can't really bring Calm Mind Alakazam unless he doesn't bring any stab. Because if he brings like Psychic and Shadow Ball to take on the Mega Metagross, better Mandibuzz just walls it. And similarly, if he brings Psychic and Dazzling Gleam to take on Mandibuzz, Mega Metagross just completely walls him. So either he doesn't bring any stab, meaning Blossom walls him. I don't expect him to bring Calm Mind Mega Alakazam. Anyway, his next OU pick is Keldeo. Just a strong pick. I kind of wanted it myself, but unfortunately he got it before I could get my hands on it. That's fine. It's a really good choice item user. Both Scarf and Specs are really strong on it. But if it isn't Scarf, I have Mega Metagross here who outspeeds it and just kills it. And Specs, I have other answers for that. So Tyranitar, I'm expecting to be his I'm expecting it to be his FUCL wall. Because, well, he just doesn't have an awful lot of FUCL walls. Maybe Crobat, but like I just break right through Crobat with Mamoswine as well as Metagross. However, I break through Tyranitar with Metagross as well. So we'll see what he does with that. Then Entei, Choice Band, Assault Vest. It's just a really strong offensive Pokemon with defensive capabilities. But yeah, I'm not expecting it to be a huge threat. Could be kind of annoying for Mamoswine, but you know, thick fat is a thing. Blissey is just there to sit there and stall the crap out of me. But I'm pretty sure I can outstall him, so that's nice. Then we've got Crobat, who is basically his only flying type, only Defogger. So he's forced to bring that. We covered that in the draft breakdown with Pepio. So I'm expecting him to bring that, and we've got Mega Metagross to just take that out in one hit, similarly to Dusk. So shouldn't be a problem. Jolteon, pretty similar to Raikou, although I do think Raikou is slightly better. Jolteon has a little bit less versatility. Anyway, Jolteon is usually a Specs or Life Orb user. It could get like Sub Pass or something, but I don't expect David to bring that. Because what you might want to get a sub on is Mega Alakazam, but he could run that. Yeah, actually that would be kind of scary, but I don't expect him to bring Sub Pass Jolteon. Then Druddigon. Can be both offensive and defensive, get Stealth Rock, stuff like that. Venusaur, I don't really know. I guess it could be kind of tanky, but you've got mons like Blissey, Tyranitar, Druddigan to do that job for you. Maybe even Crobat or Entei. So Venusaur, I definitely don't expect him to bring that. Then Muk just gets taken out by either Metagross or Starmie or Mamoswine, so it really isn't that big a deal. Golurk as well, Starmie completely annihilates it, and Mawile, same thing, gets annihilated by Tusk and Metagross, so I really don't expect him to bring any of his NU mons, but we'll see. So, to my team, as I said, we've got Mega Metagross, Earthquake to hit, Tyranitar, Entei, Jolteon, and Muk and Mawile if he does indeed bring them. It hits really hard on his team. Again, as we covered in the draft breakdown, he doesn't really have a lot of ground switch-ins besides Crobat, but for the rest everything gets like hit normally or super effectively, so it's just really good type against David's team. Then Meteor Mash for general coverage. It OHKOs Mega Alakazam, it OHKOs Tyranitar if it isn't defensive. It does a bot load to anything that doesn't resist it, so just really strong. Zen Headbutt for the Keldeo, for Crobat, Venusaur, Muk. Again, it's just a staple on Mega Metagross for the stab, and it actually works out pretty well against David's team. And the Brick Break is there to hit Tyranitar and possibly the Blissey. We'll see. Either way, second up we've got Buzzkill, the Bandibus. Max defense, max HP with Roost, Defog, U-turn and Knockoff. Roost because, well, recovery is always nice. Defog for... I just don't like rocks. I'm really not that hurt badly by it. The only one that actually does get hurt a lot by it is Bandibus. But I don't know, rocks are just annoying, so I'd rather not deal with them. Slow U-turn, always good for coverage. Not coverage, what you call it? Momentum, that's what I meant to say. You can never go wrong with U-turn, really. If you like predict a switch, you get the advantage by seeing what he switches into and then U-turn to see what you can switch. And Knockoff, again, it's never bad to run Knockoff. It 2-hit KOs Mega Alakazam, even though it isn't considered to have an item. And yeah, for the rest it doesn't really hit anything really hard in particular, but as I said, just knocking off items is solid as it is. Then Blossom, we've got Substitute, Calm Mind, Synthesis and Moonblast. This is one of the mons that can probably outstall Blissey. Unfortunately, I do not have Toxic on this. If I could get a fifth move, it'd probably be Toxic, but yeah, basically Blissey can't really touch me. Like, you could get Seismic Toss, I guess, which does 28%. It hurts, kind of, but either way, Substitute, Calm Mind, Synthesis and Moonblast I can probably even set up against Mega Alakazam. Like, if the only thing that breaks the Substitute is either Psychic or Psyshock, whichever one he brings, and yeah, he can't really touch me with the high special defense I have, as well as the high HP. So that should be alright. And then Synthesis again for general recovery, and Substitute to block possible status moves by the Blissey and stuff like that. So, and Moonblast just to hit something, because it would be kind of pointless to have Calm Mind without any attacking moves. Then next up we've got Patrick, the Starmie, Life Orb, Psyshock, Scald, Recover, and Hydro Pump. Scald I have there to possibly burn something like Crobat or Druddigan or something like that. I could actually run Ice Beam on it now that I think about it, but I might. I'll see. You'll see by the time I have the match whether I changed it or not. Either way, Psyshock just hits Keldeo, it hits Crobat, Venusaur, Muk, and yeah, basically everything that's weak to Psychic types. Scald, again, to burn stuff, recover for recovery, because recovery is always nice. And Hydro Pump hits a lot really hard, like Alakazam dies to Hydro Pump, Tyranitar dies to Hydro Pump, Entei dies to Hydro Pump, Crobat dies to Psyshock. Blissey, I don't know how well it takes a Psyshock, but probably not amazingly well either. Jolteon, I don't actually know how well it takes a Hydro Pump. Probably takes a good bunch. Ruddigan does kind of wall Starmie right now, so that's why I might take Ice Beam over Scald, but Venusaur doesn't like Psyshocks, Muk doesn't like Psyshocks, Golurk dies to Hydro Pump, and Mawile probably does as well, so Starmie can really put a huge dent in his team, so let's hope it does. Then Tusk similarly can put a lot of work in. Earthquake and Ice Cold Crash are there just to hit everything really. Alakazam dies to Ice Cold Crash, dies to Earthquake plus Ice Shard. Keldeo takes a bunch, Tyranitar takes a bunch, Entei dies to Earthquake, Blissey takes a bunch, Crobat dies to Ice Cold Crash, Jolteon dies to Earthquake, Ruddigan, unless I don't actually know if it one-shots him with Ice Cold Crash if it's max defense, but otherwise it probably will. Same thing goes for Venusaur. Muk dies to Earthquake, Golurk probably dies to Ice Cold Crash, and Mawile dies to Earthquake, so it can really put in a huge dent again. And yeah, pretty basic for the rest. Max speed, Life Orb. And finally we've got Fun Guy, the Moongus. His first inclusion in the team with Toxic to primarily for the Blissey, because I don't want that thing to stall the crap out of me. Spore for possibly like anything really that's annoying. Giga Drain and Sludge Bomb for just general coverage, in case I had Sludge Bomb there in case I face off against Entei or something. To be fair, if I face off against Entei, I'm screwed either way, but you know. Anyway, Leftovers Regenerator, pretty basic, and it just max special defense and max HP. I have it primarily as Keldeo and Jolteon switch in, because they really can't touch it at all. Yeah, that's it, they just can't touch it. Keldeo, I guess, could ice you in, but even that wouldn't do an awful lot, so yeah, that's the team for this week. Wish me luck, I hope you enjoyed, and hope to see you next time. Bye!